Hello, and welcome to 20 Minutes, episode 26. Should have thought of the title. I'll make it probably plans. Where I've been, update, something along those lines. Oh, I should have thought of a title. What a fail. Okay, anyways. I guess the biggest thing is I'm joining the military. I'm enlisting. Fun. I'm having deja vu about recording these videos. um, so I'm enlisting in the Marines. Ship off to boot camp in 31 or 2 days. 31 days, we'll say. 32. So, I'd like to get some things done before I go there. What are they? Well, first off, recording this. Recording as many videos as I can get myself to. Writing as much as I can get myself to. Getting as fit as I can. You know, a whole bunch of things. So, does it matter why? I guess so, probably. There's a few reasons. So, Marines, specifically, why? So, number one, discipline, right? I want to develop my discipline because it's like I have all these great ideas, but I really struggle with getting myself to stick to them, following through on my ideas. So, that's one reason, is to develop my discipline. Another one, the prestige, right? I don't know, ever since I was young, I always looked at Marines and I was like, damn, those guys are badass, or whatever. Not just that, but a few different things. It's like, they're hardcore, and I'm a hardcore type of guy, right? So, decent fit there. What else? So, a bunch of other minor things, but like, the main reason is the discipline, and secondly, the prestige. Another major factor is just, well, there's a few things and they're all intertwined here, but what comes to mind is that if I don't do this, I'll look back and regret it, probably. That's what I feel like. So I'm like, okay, I need to do this. And I really, really wouldn't want to be that guy 10, 15 years from now that's like, oh yeah, I was gonna join the Marines. And it's like, why even mention it then? That, I don't know. The And it's ironic because there's a lot in my life of the woulda, shoulda, coulda type thing, and so me doing this is to not have that, right? Um, yeah, a bunch of minor factors. It's like, oh, they'll pay for schooling. Um, Good experience. A major, one of the more, one of the larger factors is specifically for the job I'm going for, I'd be forced to learn another language, right? So I'm going for cryptolinguist in particular as my MOS. And I think that's a great way for me to keep myself to learning a language because I speak a little bit of Spanish, enough to communicate with people, basic ideas, and uh, ask where the bathroom is, tell them what groceries I bought. Uh, that's about it, what I've been doing, what I'm practicing, uh, that type of thing. Hola, senor, como te va? So, I mean, that, I know a bit more than that, but it's like very basic level of Spanish that I speak. And learning, being proficient in another language has been a long-term goal of mine for quite a while. I won't quite say a decade because I didn't really care in high school. Like, I took Spanish classes. It's super easy for me, but I never really. I guess I did care then, but I didn't put in the effort beyond the 2 years of classes I took. Um, so yeah, keeping myself to learning a language, and that's related to the discipline thing. Um, yeah. Also related is that physical fitness. I'm really off and on with things where like uh, I'll do well for a week or two, but I can't. I never have that consistency to develop a proper habit of whatever exercise, pushing myself, keeping myself accountable, not eating Taco Bell, that type of thing. A lot of us. It's been a while. It's been a while since I could. So, what else? Where have I been? What have I been doing? Um, Working on the farm, taking care of sheep and chickens as per usual, as I have done this year. So, it's been quite a good experience this year. Really helped develop myself. Was given a great opportunity, took it, and here I am, the better for it. There's, always tons of regrets and lack of full effort put into the things I want to achieve. Like I just said, it's I do some good stuff, but the consistency is lacking. So, enlisting in the Marines. All right. That will limit my ability to do the things I want, of course, but it's the character development and experience I'm after. So, I think it'll be a worthwhile trade. Yeah. What else? What have I been doing? Most recently, playing a lot of old school RuneScape, trying to max my XP gains before I'm unable to play for 3 months. That's how long boot camp is. And after that, I'll come back a changed man. So I want to record and type. And I don't really write with my hand. I type, but I call that writing. As much as I can before I go through this life-changing, transformative experience that is Marine Corps boot camp. So, been going to PC, took the test I needed initially, the ASVAB, pass that, whatever, get through maps. Took the D-Lab, which was an interesting experience by itself. And that's to test your ability to learn a language, right, is what they're trying to test. I hesitated because I'm like, does it really test your ability to learn a language? I don't know. It's all short-term memory and attention. But my whole experience with that was a story in itself because multiple things went wrong, and I've got a thing with my ear where I can't hear so well. And I'm hoping it's like a recurring thing that happens if I jab a Q-tip in there. It was I mean, anyways, basically, struggled to hear through this year, so I'm like, listening, it's a lot of audio listening for the D-Lab test. I'm stuck on this, and I don't really care to share much about it. I mean, it's whatever. Who cares? I mean, I would watching back, so maybe I should record it, but more so developing myself. Where have I been? I've been here. I've got the short hair. I did have it long. It's starting to get to that awkward point where I hate it, so shaved it down. Didn't bother with different attachment on the side. I'd look better if it was shorter on the side and a bit longer on top. Didn't bother this time. Just wanted to get it cut off. And so, the other thing is the IST. See if I can go a bit more into the details. This is more focused on the whole Marine Corps thing than I'd like. But, alas, that will be my life for 5 years. That's the term of my enlistment. They're all 8-year contracts where you're 3 years, where you have however long you actively serve, and then your reserves for the remainder of the 8 years. Since I'll be learning a language, they require a 5-year contract there, so see when I'm 33, right? Bit scary. This is something I wish I had done, what, 4 or 5 years ago, 2016, 6 years ago. I'd be out now. I think that was the time to do it. I definitely feel it's worth waiting a few years after high school, especially if you get a degree, which I kind of messed up on for a few different reasons, which is hilarious because of my ability, like getting a degree, kind of a trivial matter, I guess. But it's like mainly didn't want to go into debt and flunked a couple classes, not for lack of ability, but more so lack of effort. uh, the last one was neither of those. It was more so a nervous breakdown. Uh, Work conflict, you got stuck at work, missed my midterm, and then failed the class because I missed the midterm because I was working. Ugh, that sucked. So that kind of ended my college pursuit for the time being. I still like to get to become a doctor, get a doctorate, right, or a PhD, something. I don't really know. I never look into like that type of stuff. I just want the title of doctor as a petty thing at some point in my life. That's a goal of mine. So, what else? PT for Marine Corps. I need to work on my music. Not enough of that. Work on my music and writing. Been a lot of RuneScape grinding. Doing pretty well there. Could be maxed if I'd been more consistent. Again, back to the same problems. Doing a bit of the Tinder swiping. Had some matches, but it's like no girls I'm really interested in. There was one, but she's probably a scam artist. It's a fake account. Even though she's verified, it's like kind of sketchy, and she didn't message me back, and I don't want to message her again. Didn't unmatch me. It's just men, men mentioned it, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's probably a fake account scammer." And I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding me! This girl is beautiful. I want to meet her. Come on, man. Give me a break. Why can't you just get it?" Could sign up for the gold. Would like to have some fun times, so to speak. Oh, jeez. Cringing at myself right now. This is even worse than earlier. I'd rather just say and for 5 minutes than and look so goofy as I probably am. So, yada, 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 yada. So much filler. What a disappointment. You disappoint me. Passive aggressive. Oh. The other thing is, going to try to speak all politically correct, non-curse words. I've alluded to this before, or spoken about it, where I'm not being my authentic self by not cursing, but I can easily go without it. I just would like to be authentic and express myself, but you get all demonetized and stigmatized and hated and hidden away from the children because of it. And so it's like, all right, I won't curse then. I'm not being true to myself or true to you. I'm not being honest without cursing, but I can do it for your pleasure. I'll speak without cursing, okay? Nice. Good job. Wow. Wow. Aren't we such a great society? So good for the kids to pretend and be inauthentic. Nice. A+ job. What else? Got this. Cool. My first military wear. The PT shirt. So, looking to become a straight up bad dude, right? Get all the posture, shoulders back, 6-pack, 300 IQ plays, that type of thing. I gotta learn to eat crayons. I haven't practiced that. Crayon eaters, the Marines are. Not a Marine yet. I'm a poolee. At boot camp, I'll be a recruit. If I make it through boot camp, then you get the title. Right? So, and kind of bothers me because all my family's like, "Oh, we're so proud of you now because you're doing this." I'm like, okay, thanks. Couldn't be proud of anything else I'm doing. The video game achievements I aim for, the music I make and write and work on, the literary stuff I work on. No, gotta go through the official channels. So, it's like the same thing as not cursing, where it's like, I'd be just as proud of myself for putting in the same effort in any other area of my life as committing to and doing this. So, basically, I just hate everyone because they're not me. That's one conclusion. But there are a lot of benefits to this, and hopefully I look back and I'm happy I did this. Which probably I will be. There's going to be things I miss out on. But I've already been missing out on them because I can't keep myself to doing the things I want to. So I'll get some youngins to yell at me, to develop that discipline in me. Anyways, I'm over time. Thank you for watching. See you soon.